Alright, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Abigail Grace. I'm currently sitting on my porch of my apartment, so if you hear cars, that's why. So I am going to do a books I read this month video. I read, how many read? 7 books. Plus 2 honorable mentions that I started but haven't finished yet. So 9-ish. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. And so let's just go ahead and jump right into the books. I put them in order of the order that I read them this month. So kicking us off with a bang, we've got The Iron Daughter, which is the second book in a series. The first one's called The Iron King. I believe I talked about The Iron King in my books I'm gonna read this summer video, which if you haven't seen that, it'll be linked in this video because a lot of these books are crossovers from that too, and I talk about them in there. But yeah, this book was really good. I believe there's 2 more in the series that I don't own yet, but I will be purchasing those soon because I do like the series and I want to finish it. And this one ended on a cliffhanger. Obviously, it's the second book in the series, so I don't want to give away too much in case you also want to read it, but there's a forbidden love and they choose each other over like what everyone else wants them to do. And it's about fairies. The main character, her name is Megan. She is, one second. Her dad is the fairy king of the summer fairies. In the first book, she goes into the fairy kingdom called the Never Never to save her brother. She saves her brother. This one, it has the same enemy. But yeah, really good. Highly recommend. Next, we have You Have a Match by Emma Lord, which I talked about another book by Emma Lord in my books you should read this summer video. That was Tweet Cute. This one is just as good. Her books are so cute and like, I don't want to say family friendly, but they're like, this was in the Reese's Young Adult Book Club, so it's definitely like, if I was in like high school, like young reader friendly, but it still has like romance and like, it's really good anyway. But the main character in this, she has a crush on one of her best friends, and she thinks that he doesn't like her. It's this whole big deal, but she ends up doing a DNA ancestry test thing and finds out that she has a secret sister that she didn't know about. So they just decide to go to camp together to like meet each other and find out about each other, and it all kind of unravels from there. But it's really good, like set at summer camp, like what more could you ask for? Really good. This book. This book is really good, but sad. Like, good sad. The next book I read is called Chasing Lucky, which is Jen Bennett. It's probably how you say it. I've read another book by her, Alex Approximately. Again, she's great. It's like a rom-com. It's childhood best friends who the girl moves away because her mom is kind of this like nomad. But they move back to the town where Lucky, the main boy, lives, and they kind of re-spark a friendship because he helps her get out of this thing that she did. Anyway, it's really good. It's kind of like bad boy vibes. Lucky, the main character, is bad boy. She's thinks that her love life is cursed, so she swears she's not going to fall in love. She has this whole plan, but it kind of goes astray. Anyway, This is really good. I highly recommend. And the next book I read, 10 Rules for Faking It. I think I read this in a day. It was so good. Sophie Sullivan, the author, I think this is her first book, and I can't wait for her other books to come out. This was just like so sweet. It kind of is a similar vibe to the Tik Tok, because it's based in like the podcasting, like not podcasting, but like radio world. And the main girl, she gets broken up with on her birthday, and so she like creates these 10 rules that she wants to live by in her 30s. So hence the title. And because she gets broken up with and the station that she works at is struggling, they make basically like a Bachelorette style show on the radio for her to try and meet someone, but she ends up falling for her boss. So it's really good. I don't want to give too much away, obviously, but highly recommend. Next, Twice Shy, another romance book. I was just really feeling these this month. I flew through this one too. It's kind of like shorter, it's on the skinnier side, but this is by Sarah Hogel. Again, can't recommend it enough. The main girl, she inherits a house. She thinks she's the only one that inherits it. She's wrong. She co-inherits it with this guy who ends up actually being a guy that her friend catfished her with. Like, her friend catfished her and used pictures of this guy. And so she meets him and she's like really freaked out because like she had been like dating him for a while, but now she met him, but it's not him. Anyway, it's really good. And it talks a lot about like anxiety and mental health in like a really good way from the guy. He struggles with it, and I just feel like it's never talked about that guys also can struggle with mental health. So I thought that was really cool and a really good thing from this book. So again, 100% recommend. This book, you've probably seen it everywhere. It's by this Emily Henry. She also wrote Beach Read, which I read last summer. 10 out of 10 loved. This book is everywhere. It's really popular on Book Talk, whatever. But people we meet on vacation, again, cannot recommend enough. It's just, again, it's two friends who always go on vacation. They go on vacation together every summer, but they have a falling out, so they go on one last vacation together to see if they can like work out their issues. But it's really good and just like sweet, but also a little steamy. So again, 100% I recommend this. And the last book that I read this month is Take Me Home Tonight. This is by Morgan Matson, who she also wrote Save the Date and Since You've Been Gone, which I've read both of those as well. This is a new release. It just came out. It has a little Pomeranian picture on the back because the Pomeranian plays a big role in this book. But it's basically about two best friends, two girls, who live in Connecticut, and they decide to go into the city for a night to try and go see this play and go out to dinner to celebrate one of their birthdays, but things just keep going wrong. They both lose their phones. They get trapped without any money with this Pomeranian, Brad, and they have to try and get him back. And it's just a series of like misadventures in New York City, but it ends up working out. Like, it's just like they get separated, but they have all these different, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to, again, it's hard to describe books without like giving too much away, but it's really good. It's like there is a little bit of romance, but it's mostly about like friendship and just like the city, and I don't know, it's really good and it makes me want to go to New York City. So I recommend this if you're looking for something a little less romancy and more like good girl boss friendships. So is this. And then my 2 honorable mentions. I started both of these and I haven't finished them. The first is Chaos Walking, which they just made into a movie with Tom Holland and Davy Ridley, I think. And I probably read half of it, but then another book came along and I wanted to read it more, so I stopped reading this and then just read other books, and I haven't finished it. I do like it. It's not my favorite, honestly. I don't know, something about it just doesn't like grab me and pull me in. So I will say that I'll probably finish it at some point, just because I do want to know like why they have like the voice, they can hear everyone's thoughts. So I want to know that, and like that's interesting to me, but the plot was just like, it wasn't doing it for me. So there's this. Started, didn't finish. Oh, I have to go get something out of the oven really fast. I'll be right back. I'm back with my last book, which is Red Queen. This is how far I got into it, which I've read this before. So while I was home for a few days, I didn't have a book with me, which was a mistake. That was my own bad. But I picked this up off my bookshelf at home and I started reading it. Still so good. I will probably finish this and reread the whole series, but I saw something on TikTok that they're making a movie into this, so this into a movie. But I don't know, it's really good. It's like dystopian. There's silvers and reds. Silvers have these powers and reds are like the underclass, the lower class. And the main character, Mare, she is a red, but she has powers like a silver. So they find out and they decide to cover it up by having her marry one of the princes, so that everyone will accept, the silvers will accept her and the reds won't find out. And yeah, it's really good. There's a lot of like, there's low-key a love triangle between her and the 2 brothers. And I don't know, there's a lot of twists and turns in the whole series. So I highly recommend this book and the whole series, honestly. So yeah, that is everything that I read in the month of May. And I gave you my reviews, but honestly, if I finished it, it's because I liked it. Obviously, I didn't finish Chaos Walking because I didn't love it. So there's that. It is currently the 30th of May, so I've got one more day. I don't think I'll finish a book by tomorrow, because I mean, maybe I could finish this tonight, but it's in the video for a reason. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it, subscribe, follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of book related stuff on there too. Like I'll give like a real-time review of whatever book I'm reading when I finish it. I usually post something on my story or on reels of me giving a review of it. So if you're looking for more book recommendations, follow me there. Follow me on TikTok. I also talk about books on there, and just, I'm a real nerd. So follow me on all those things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.